Well, we threatened to do this and actually think it was actually going to happen.
I know, you did it! I'm so impressed. Hi!
Hello and welcome to Rory on Air. We've landed in Fife where we've met up with Lizi's sister Alex and her partner Blair. We're heading to Loch Levenslada for some well-earned lunch.
All right. I love how they've got signs up that say, sorry, no parking beyond this point. But that looks like a building site, so I don't think there's going to be any danger of anyone parking there. What?
There's a broccoli festival here.
There's a broccoli festival?
Yes. Not this weekend.
Oh, now we're talking. This is cool, you guys.
It is, isn't it?
Made it. Quality. Lunchtime. Start.
Do you want me to do it cinematic?
Yeah, eat your food cinematically.
I'm not eating any salad while you're doing this.
You're going to what?
I'm not eating any salad while you're doing this.
You're not eating any salad?
No.
Why not?
Because I'll end up with that all down my chin, and that would not be good.
I'm not sure what to make of these, but no need to worry about pants weather today. Having made it here safely and feeling refreshed after having some grub, I decided to check the place out. It's a beautiful spot with great views of Loch Leven from the terrace.
What do you reckon they're going to be?
One of these. Just one of all of them.
Which is better? My way. Which is cream first because the cream substitutes the butter.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
Cream substitutes the butter.
No, wrong. Wrong.
That looks better, doesn't it? What do you two think?
Rory's way.
Well, that settles that then. Cream before jam. There's just time for a quick look in the shop before we head back to the car.
They're pretty cool, aren't they? Step away from the shopping.
The 60 doing the same.
Oh yeah! Fife Barton.
We've had a lovely couple of hours in Fife, but as we arrive back at the airport, my mind turns to the job in hand, our 2.5 hour flight home.
Okay.
What?
They saw me clapping, they clapping as well. Fife Radio, good afternoon, Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, request airfield air information for flight back to Manchester Barton, 2 POB.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, we're runway 06 right hand, QFE is 1009, QNH if you require it 1023, and the next estimated drop is minute 38 over.
Next estimated drop minute 38 and the QFE 1009er and 08 circuit right hand, and we'll do our run ups and get away before then. Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger.
Golf Delta Alpha taking off runway 06.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger.
No lights from the tower, clear to go.
Yep.
Golf Delta Alpha departing the circuit to the south and request frequency change to Edinburgh radar on 121.2.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger, and speak to you again soon, hopefully.
I do hope so. Many thanks for your help and hospitality, Golf Delta Alpha.
Our pleasure. Cheers now.
Edinburgh radar, good afternoon. Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, request basic service and zone transit.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, Edinburgh, pass message.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha is an Icarus C42 Microlight from Fife to Manchester Barton. We're currently 2 miles south of Fife, altitude 1,500 feet. We'd like to, if possible, route Arthur's Seat and then through your zone to West Linton, Golf Delta Alpha, 2 POB.
Golf Delta Alpha, are you wishing to route Kelsey Bridges overhead then Arthur's Seat?
Overhead then Arthur's Seat, A firm, Golf Delta Alpha.
So what was the routing after RCC?
West Linton, Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger. Squawk 0430.
Squawk 0430, Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, basic service QNH 1024.
Basic service QNH 1024, Golf Delta Alpha.
We're just north of the edge of Edinburgh's Cass here, and because I hadn't heard the words cleared to enter controlled airspace, I took up a right-hand orbit.
Haven't said cleared to enter controlled airspace, so I'm just orbiting outside.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Charlie Juliet, Delta Alpha, clear to enter controlled airspace, north of altitude 2,000 feet, VFR, routing bridges, overhead, Arthur Seat, West Linton.
Golf Delta Alpha, cleared to enter controlled airspace, routing bridges, overhead, Arthur Seat, West Linton, not above altitude 2,000 feet.
Golf Delta Alpha, correct, report entering controlled airspace.
Report entering controlled airspace, Golf Delta Alpha.
Delta Alpha is now radar control service.
Golf Delta Alpha, radar control service, so we're just entering controlled airspace.
Delta Alpha, roger, clearance limit is the bridges, contact Edinburgh Tower Bomber 8.7 for onward clearance.
Clearance to the bridges and contact tower on 118.7. Edinburgh Tower, Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, Edinburgh Tower, hello to you. Continue on your route southbound and report at the south tower of the bridges.
Report at the south tower of the bridges and continue on track, Golf Delta Alpha. So, welcome aboard again, hello, we're on the way back home.
Full contact ground on 121.750.
We have had a lovely time in Fife with Alex and Blair, and we're now back in the aircraft, obviously heading south again. We're just coming up to the Edinburgh 4th bridges, looking splendid in the sunshine.
Turkish 1, Mr. Alpha.
We've been cleared to enter controlled airspace, so we're going to do bridges, overhead, there's the airport, Arthur's Seat, and then West Linton, which is a bit of a detour on our direct track home, but we might as well exploit the fact that we're here and the weather's good.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we've got stacks of fuel.
It's amazing from the air.
It does, doesn't it? Very cool indeed. What a privilege.
Indeed.
Golf Delta Alpha, south tower of the bridges, routing direct for your overhead.
Delta Alpha, roger, hold at south tower, please.
Hold at south tower, we're right hand orbit, Golf Delta Alpha.
427 contact, December ground 121.750, bye-bye.
121.750 to 427, bye-bye.
Turkish 1 Victor Alpha, runway 06, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 05010 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, Turkish 1, Victor Alpha.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning.
I don't even think I've seen the new 4th bridge yet.
Have we not?
No.
Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon, running 60 Juliet Zulu, taxiing Alpha 1, we are ready for departure and we're able, Charlie.
Ryanair 60 Juliet Zulu, Edinburgh Tower, to just continue taxi over point Alpha 1.
Continue taxi Alpha 1, Ryanair 60 Juliet Zulu.
Sorry about this, but this is what happens when you try and get through the big school.
Yeah, it's alright.
So we're just doing our 4th orbit over the bridges.
Golf Delta Alpha, traffic is in A319 on a 3-mile final from runway 06, report traffic in sight.
Looking for traffic, Golf Delta Alpha, we're just making a turn.
Shuttle 8 Alpha, runway 06, clear to land, wind 050 degrees, 12 knots.
Right, spot this plane quickly, Lizzie. It's final to land. Traffic in sight, Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, above and behind that traffic, across west of the runway 06 threshold, report south.
Cross west of the runway 06 threshold, above and behind the landing traffic, Golf Delta Alpha.
Ryanair 60 Juliet Zulu via Alpha 1, line up and wait, runway 06.
Line up and wait 06 via Alpha 1, Ryanair 60 Juliet Zulu.
Shuttle 8 Alpha, vacate right, taxi over point Alpha 15.
At Alpha 15, shuttle at Alpha.
And Air 60 Juliet Zulu, runway 06, clear for takeoff, wind 050 degrees, 12 knots.
Clear for takeoff 36 right now, 60 Juliet Zulu.
Golf Delta Alpha, we're now south of the runway, altitude 1,800 feet.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger. Could you just confirm your routing now, please?
If possible, we'd like to route to Arthur's Seat and then to West Linton and southbound onwards, Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, that's approved. Remain south of runway 06 at all times.
Remain south of runway 06 at all times and approved Arthur's Seat, West Linton, Golf Delta Alpha.
Friday Air 60 Juliet Zulu, contact Scottish Control 124.825, bye bye.
2485, Ryanair 60 Juliet Zulu. Bye.
Golf Delta Alpha, request climb to altitude 2,500 feet.
Golf Delta Alpha, not above altitude 3,000 feet is approved.
Not above 3,000 feet, Golf Delta Alpha. Above? Not a good position to be in low over the city.
No.
So get up to 2,800 to give us a maximum amount of insurance policy. Golf Delta Alpha, we'd like to change course now for West Linton.
Golf Delta Alpha, that's approved.
Approved, Golf Delta Alpha, thank you. Clear on yours?
Yeah, clear down mine.
I don't want to be over the city centre.
No, I think that's silly.
The original plan was actually to fly direct from Fife to Arthur's Seat, which would have taken us east of the city centre, and this new routing, which gave us a great view of the bridges again, would have taken us over the city, which I wasn't happy to do. So we peeled off and made for West Linton.
We've seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Edinburgh radar, Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, Edinburgh radar, roger, report West Linton.
Report at West Linton, Golf Delta Alpha. Okay.
Yeah, fine. You okay?
Good, yeah, fine now.
Good. A little less stressful.
I always feel like a bozo when I'm dealing with a big league.
I think you were very calm and... No, you sounded fine.
Thank you. I'm doing my best anyway, it's a learning curve. A steep one at that.
Jersey 4 Delta Mike, turn left heading 330 degrees, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH is 1024.
Turn left heading 330 degrees, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1024, Jersey 4 Delta Mike.
Right, we're now officially outside controlled airspace.
Ooh.
I'm going to speak to them again one last time. Golf Delta Alpha, West Linton, altitude 2,100 feet, request frequency change to Scottish information on 119.875.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger, Squawk 7000 to remain outside controlled airspace.
Squawk 7000, remain outside controlled airspace, and many thanks for your service, Golf Delta Alpha. 3.5 we can go to here.
These are hills we came over before and they were really misty.
Yeah.
Jeez, what a difference.
We skirted around the edge of the...
Yeah.
Scottish information, good afternoon. Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, request basic service.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha, Scottish information, good evening, pass your message.
Golf Charlie Juliet Delta Alpha is an Icarus C42 Microlight from Fife to Manchester Barton. We're currently 2 miles south west of Linton BRP, altitude 2,300 feet on the QNH 1024, routing direct to POV.
Golf Delta Alpha, roger, Squawk 7401 Whitmore Charlie, basic service.
Squawk 7401 Golf Delta Alpha.
I've been looking at my phone for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were climbing.
Yeah.
And when I look down, I'm like, whoa, that was a lot further away than it was when I looked down last time. We're at now 3.5 almost.
Yeah, this tall mountain in front of us has got a top of 2,700 and a bit, so
right.
That's over 3, so we need 500 foot clearance from that, so I'm going to go to 4,000 feet and then level off.
Okay.
And then once we've levelled off, we'll shut down the cameras to save batteries until we get back down towards the Lake District.
Yep.
because it's pretty much plain sailing all the way. But I'm going to aim for Kirkbride in case I need a pee, because if I do, we'll just drop in there again. If I'm doing all right, we'll keep going.
It was a really lovely lunch.
It was a really lovely lunch. It was great to see those two. Cool. So we're
Delta Alpha, Scottish.
Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, report abeam Carlisle.
Report abeam Carlisle, Golf Delta Alpha. Right, well there you go then. That's Scottish information asking us to report abeam Carlisle. Well, we're going to aim for Kirkbride, so that's fine.
Yep.
We estimate our time there at 17:44, so that's in half an hour's time. So we'll shut down the cameras and we'll see you in a bit. We've been in the air now for about an hour and a half, just about an hour and 25 minutes since we left Fife. My Sky Demon is estimating Reebok at 7 o'clock, so we've got about another hour to go, which is pretty much what I expect. Lake District is about an hour from Barton. But anyway, things are going well. We've got plenty of fuel. We filled the tank at Fife. Although we'd used less than half a tank on the way there, I didn't want to risk coming back with very little left, and we weren't able to get fuel in Kirkbride very easily anyway.
No.
So I thought best off to take it on board when we're at Fife, where it's readily available. And Jim was very helpful and friendly and fueled us up. And then the other Jim was very helpful and friendly as well on the radio. So we got great service from them, and great service from Edinburgh as well. Quite a lot of things for me to think about to make sure that I repeat back the correct stuff, and I did my best. You'll see on the video it was far from perfect, but I did my best, staying outside controlled airspace until they give me clearance and all that sort of stuff. Somebody suggested that we tried to route via Arthur's Seat, which I initially thought would have been a nice view, but then I realised that actually, because we'd gone via the overhead, that to go over Arthur's Seat would have resulted in flying basically right over the centre of the city, which, as Lizi pointed out, is not what we're supposed to do, and I didn't feel easy about it anyway, so I was trying to figure out an elegant way of asking the Edinburgh controllers to let me abandon the plan.
I don't want to do this anymore. How do I get out of this type thing?
Well, the thing is that my original plan was to do Fife to Arthur's Seat, so we'd have crossed the water and we'd have been
I know what you
on
wanted
the
to do
eastern side of the city, and therefore we wouldn't have broken the flying over the city rules.
Yeah.
They probably thought we were a bigger aeroplane that would have been allowed to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we sort of went to the edge and then turned tail for West Linton. Now we're just coming back to the mountains of the Lake District. They are mountains rather than hills, aren't they, or what?
They're definitely mountains. Well, some of them are mountains, some of them are hills, but the majority of them, from this end anyway, look like mountains to me.
Well, this one here is Skiddaw, which we saw on the way north, and it is, I think, the biggest, certainly one of the biggest anyway. The summit height, Sky Demon tells me, is 3,054 feet.
Yeah, so it's a biggie.
So it is a biggie, so we're at 4,200 here on the Barnsley Q&H. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning.
I love how you get these such high bits.
The London Q&H 1016, remain outside control airspace.
The beautiful valleys of the water.
Outside of control airspace,
Amazing how it just goes flat over there as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very glacial.
Yeah. That ridge down on the left there, look.
Oh yeah. God, it's like worn away by so many people walking on it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeezy peeps. You okay?
Yeah, fine.
That's very thermally. I think that's the most thermal I've ever experienced. Oh, jeez.
We're not out of it yet, mate.
I know we're not.
It's because of the mountains, just the wind and the air just rushes up the ridges, and
yeah.
that's why I'm going a bit more for the valley. Get further away from the ridges.
That was interesting.
How do you feel about it when it's bumpy like that?
Yeah. Well, you're quite calm, so I feel calm about it.
It's perfectly safe.
No, I know it is. I know it's fine.
The aeroplane's built to withstand that sort of thing, and you just slow down a little bit and just keep a good hand on it, and it's alright. It's just like rough sea.
Yeah. I wasn't worried about it.
I can see why people find it disconcerting though.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't say I found it comfortable.
No, well, I don't like it.
Helicopter
I prefer it when it's smooth, but
Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it?
it is what it is, exactly. Well, that is Ambleside, the northern tip of Windermere.
India Sierra Hotel Alpha is the PA28, Cumbernauld to Barton, 32 miles north of Lakey. Request for basic service for Papa 70 IFR.
India Sierra Hotel Alpha, Roger, 41177 with Mo Charlie, it's the basic service.
1177 with Mo Charlie, basic service, Golf Hotel Alpha.
I'm pretty sure that is Luke.
Main outside estimated Barton 18000 and next agency will be Walton Radar.
Bravo Charlie November VOR on radio 080, VFR tracking to Gloucestershire, altitude 4,500 feet, QNH 1012, request basic service.
Look how many boats there are down there.
I know.
Crazy.
Right?
Yeah, fine.
It's worth saying at this point, if you've made it this far through the video, whichever video, whether this is one whole thing or part 1 or part 2 or whatever, thank you and well done.
This is going to be mental. I saw how much he had his camera on him. It was a lot of footage.
It's a lot of footage, but I really enjoy doing it. It's a good way of reviewing it. It'll be interesting for me to watch back and listen back to what the score was with going through Edinburgh in both directions and what I can learn from it to improve on it for next time.
Future Rory is going to listen to past Rory doing those checks, being like, oh my god, what was I doing that for?
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
awful. You're going to cringe.
I am going to cringe.
That's how you learn, isn't it?
Exactly, that's part of the process.
Exactly.
So I'm very grateful to everybody who watches and comments, and I'd love to know what you think about what we've done and the route we've taken and the stuff that I said on the radio and all the rest of it. So feel free to stick a comment in a bit below. And if you're not following me or liking the page or whatever the correct terminology is on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Rory on air. And all these photographs that Lizzie's been taking throughout the day, I'll go through them and I'll pick the best ones and I'll stick them in a library.
All 4 of them.
Well, I took 3 of those.
Okay.
No, I'll stick them in a library on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Rory on air, and I'm on Twitter as well, at Rory Auskerry, and we've both got Instagrams, Lizzie Auskerry and Rory Auskerry. Best of luck spelling Auskerry.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you found the YouTube channel, you'll find it.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can see where we are now. We're just coming up to the Morecambe Bay area, Grange over Sands, just down here. Golf Delta Alpha, request frequency change to Warden Radar 129.530.
Delta Alpha, thank you, Squawk 7000, bye.
Squawk 7000, cheerio, Golf Delta Alpha.
It's so nasty, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a helicopter down there, Lizzie, with a monsoon bucket that's going to fill up in the Chorley Lakes, look.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
Well, what a trip it's been, eh, Lizzie?
It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being great company and always staying cheerful and not stressing.
No, I'm not really a big stressor, Rory, you know me.
No, you're not, and it's been great. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
We'll try and do a nice, neat, tidy landing. Golf Delta Alpha, Halton Industrial Estate, 1,800 feet. How many active aircraft have you got in the circuit at the moment?
Golf Delta Alpha, Roger. There's currently no known traffic within the ATZ.
Okay, in that case, we'll route for left base join for 08 right, Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, report entering the ATZ.
We'll go Golf Delta Alpha. So, fuel is sufficient for go around. Hatches and harnesses are secure. Altimeter is set to QFE. Wind is not too bad at the moment by the looks of things, and hatches and harnesses are secure. Golf Delta Alpha, final to land 08 right.
Golf Delta Alpha, runway 08 right, land at your discretion, position 090 degrees, 12 knots.
Landing Golf Delta Alpha.
Golf Delta Alpha, runway 08 right, land at your discretion.
Get in.
Did you see him?
Yeah, that's why I came off there, because I didn't want to make him wait.
Golf Delta Alpha, taxi to the apron.
Taxi to the apron, many thanks, Golf Delta Alpha.
If that was a car, that would have been called right up your arse. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Golf Delta Alpha, taxi to park on the main apron.
22 the main apron, Golf Delta Alpha.
Well, I've got to say, this was an absolutely fantastic trip. I learnt loads of new things, enjoyed some great sights, and had a really nice time with Lizi and her family. It was really, really special, great thing to do. And if you're currently working towards your licence, or you've got one and are wondering what you should be doing with it, I suggest days out like this are just the ticket. Thanks very much for watching. As always, do leave me a comment, like, subscribe and share and all that stuff. It really helps. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio!